Pac-12 announced they're going to play a 7-game season starting November 6th. So Pac-12 is back for 7 games. Also, the Mountain West announced they're going to play an 8-game season starting the weekend of October 24th.
Hopefully, whatever rapid testing that the Pac-12, Mountain West, what is the MAC making a decision too? And they're perhaps making a decision later on today. And, whatever the Big Ten and whatever the Pac-12, whatever change is happening, can we get that in the hands of Notre Dame? Can we get that in the hands of anybody playing the University of Houston? Can we get that in the hands of, because Notre Dame was supposed to play Wake Forest tomorrow. That ain't happening.
Nope. Hey, Houston may not ever play a game.
Well, hasn't Houston had already half of its schedule? They try to keep scheduling games and can't. South Florida can't. I imagine, again, if there's the rapid testing happens and you catch it and there's no false positives, no false negatives, and you catch it, you're able to do, hopefully, what the NFL's doing, which is bubble up in your own facilities. And the issue is, for the NFL that you keep hearing, is what happens when the season becomes to get a little loose. Your team is 1-4, your team's 2-6, your team's 3-7, your team's 4-8. Your team's 5-10. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down, is that you're out of the playoffs. Even for a 7-seeded playoff system, you're out, and somebody who thinks that maybe their position is somehow secured for the future on the team decides to just say, you know what, I've been living like I've never lived before, and I'm just going to get loose. The season's over. What does it matter? I'll go here, I'll go there. You just heard in the state of Florida that the governor there is opening up restaurants' capacity, even though the virus is spiking, that there are other places that you pick it up and you bring it into your facility, and all of a sudden that team plays a team that's a 2-seed or a 1-seed, and now the whole playoffs are screwed up. Like, that's what keeps the NFL and the NFLPA and the everybody who's been working so hard to keep this league COVID-free right now. That's what keeps them up at night. That's why the NFL is like, screw it. We're fining coaches $100,000. You see Jay Gruden last night? I mean, what's with the Grudens? I mean, you see Jay had his mask down. Again, I think play callers feel that maybe if they have something in front of their mouth, it's muffled, and it's tough to even hear that, and it's tough to hear when it is 70 decibels being pumped into the stadium.
Right.
Even with
I don't know. So all I'm saying is that this is the NFL's issue, that people go home and they might have vectors cross in their house and they bring it into the facility. Nothing compares to a college campus and the decision-making of anybody between the ages of 18 and 22 years old. I mean, none of that compares. None of that compares. So I hear this and I'm like, great. Then why isn't, I mean, Notre Dame has more money than
those kids could be in
anybody. They have the facilities. They've got it all going.
Exactly.
Like, what? Because I guess it's a college campus. You know, you're hearing schools across the country canceling spring break right now because they don't want to get all of these schools that are doing as well as they possibly can to keep the kids who are currently on campus and safe. I'm sure they're deep down. They're like, oh my God, we're like, can we keep them here between Thanksgiving and the first of the year? No.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, this is what concerns me when I hear it. But I hope it all works out, because Saturdays are obviously more exciting when you're watching college football.